Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the St. Bernard, a dog so iconic it practically has its own fan club. If you've never seen one, don't worry, I'll paint you a picture. Imagine a giant, fluffy marshmallow with legs, a face that looks like it's permanently saying, "I'm sorry," and enough drool to fill a kiddie pool. That's a St. Bernard for you. The size. Bigger is better. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the dog in the room? St. Bernards are huge. These dogs weigh anywhere from 120 to 180 pounds and stand up to 30 inches tall at the shoulder. That's not a pet, that's a roommate. If you own one, forget about personal space. They'll take up half your couch and all of your heart. And don't even think about walking them unless you're prepared for a full body workout. When a St. Bernard decides to go somewhere, you're not walking the dog is walking you. It's like being tethered to a furry freight train with floppy ears. The look, fluff, and droop. Now let's talk about their appearance. St. Bernards are known for their soulful eyes, droopy jowls, and floppy ears. They have this furrowed brow that makes them look like they're constantly worried about your life choices. Are you sure you need that second slice of pizza? I'm just saying. Their coats come in two varieties, short-haired and long-haired. Either way, they're multicolored masterpieces with red, white, brown, or brindle patterns that make them look like they've been painted by an impressionist artist. And let's not forget their tails, long, fluffy, and wagging with enough force to knock over small furniture. But here's the thing. Owning a St. Bernard means embracing the drool. Oh yes, these dogs are drool factories. They shake their heads once, and suddenly your walls look like they've been hit by a Jackson Pollock painting. If you're not careful, you might find yourself wearing their slobber as an accessory. The personality, gentle giants. Despite their size, St. Bernards are gentle giants. They're affectionate, loyal, and great with kids. Basically the canine version of a babysitter who also doubles as a pillow. These dogs are so patient that your toddler could climb all over them, and they just sit there thinking, "This is fine." But don't mistake their calm demeanor for laziness. Historically bred as rescue dogs in the Swiss Alps 6, St. Bernards were trained to save lives in freezing conditions. They'd sniff out stranded travelers buried in snow and guide them back to safety. Talk about heroic. These dogs were basically the first responders of the canine world, minus the sirens but with extra fluff. The challenges, big dog problems. Of course, owning a St. Bernard isn't all cuddles and heroics. Their size comes with challenges. Feeding one is like stocking up for an army. These dogs can eat, and while they don't need excessive exercise, they do need space. If you live in a tiny apartment, owning a St. Bernard might feel like sharing your studio with Bigfoot. And then there's the shedding. Twice a year, these dogs blow their coats like it's some kind of fur explosion. You'll find hair everywhere, on your clothes, your furniture, even in places you didn't know hair could reach. Conclusion: a lovable legend. So what is a St. Bernard? It's more than just a dog, it's an experience. It's coming home to 180 pounds of unconditional love wrapped in fur and slobber. It's sharing your life with a creature so kind and loyal that even their drool feels endearing. Well, almost. St. Bernards may be big enough to block doorways and clumsy enough to knock over lamps, but they're also sweet enough to melt your heart. They're not just pets, they're family members who happen to take up more space than most humans. So if anyone asks you what a St. Bernard is, tell them this. It's proof that sometimes bigger really is better, especially when it comes to love and maybe drool. Thank you very much.